Hey y'all, it's Natalie for Wow Embossing today, and I have a super quick scrapbook layout for you. I used my son's boogie board here in the photo to inspire what my background's gonna look like. So I pulled out the colors from that blue board, and they are Red Glitz, Minty Twinkle from the Twinkly Fizz trio, and Be Sweet. And I'm going to use the gloriously smooth white cardstock that Wow carries in their store to ink blend this Blueprint Sketch Distress Oxide out of the corner of this 8x8 piece of cardstock here. And I'm just blending in a circular motion. His board was kind of tie-dye, so I'm going with that look here. I have the Twister stencil from the Wow Embossing store at the top over there you see on the left, and that's going to be what I do to give the emboss effect that makes it look like the different colors of tie-dye. So the key to doing this ink blending technique is that you have to let your Distress Oxides dry properly first, because they can also be used to house and hold embossing ink sometimes. Embossing powders. So definitely let it dry completely. Before I get started with embossing, I am going to just flick a little bit of clean water onto the Distress Oxide. It lifts some of the color and just gives it a distressed mottled look, which I thought would look nice with the tie-dye effect that I was going for. I used my Wow heat embossing gun to quickly continue to let it dry off, and we'll be ready to use the stencil. So I have one blending brush that is white, and that is what I use for my embossing ink. So I'm kind of not being super precise with it. I still want it to be very organic, so it looks like the tie-dye. So I'm not putting it in all the holes, but I'm using that ink blending brush to just add the embossing ink through the Twister stencil. And then I'm going to use the 3 different colors, and I'm going to only sprinkle them on little portions of the embossing ink because I want it to have that look where it kind of gradients into another color. So I'm pulling out my coffee filter to use as to put up all of the embossing powders. And that is the Honeybee Stamps Collab Be Sweet color, is that yellow color. And then lastly, I'm going in with the Minty Twinkle. That is from the Twinkly Fizz trio by Sarah Newman. And this is a super quick layout that came together so nicely, but it's super sparkly and fun, and just it's in my vacation album, so I just got another couple of those photos down and memory kept, and I love it. So there's all the magic of the melty embossing powders doing their thing. I love the Wow embossing gun. It has 2 settings, and so it's super useful for so many different things. I use it all the time, even when I'm not melting powders, right? I'd use it to dry things. So now I'm going to also use the powders on this wood veneer that says Surf. I'm going to use those red puffy alphas you see on the left, and so I'm only going to use the green and the yellow on the Surf. So I inked up the entire thing, and I just carefully sprinkle the yellow on the top, and then I'll do the green on the bottom. And then we'll have like a 2-toned little title element there. And I use my, and then I made a mess, sorry. I use my tweezers to hold items like this when I'm heat embossing them, because that gun can get really hot. So if I use my tweezers, then I make sure not to burn my hands holding the item while I am melting the powders. And so that piece combined with the red alphas is going to give me my title that will match the background that we just created on the page. And my title is going to be Surf Your Way, because obviously he's not really surfing, he's just boogie boarding, but it's his way of surfing. And sticking down those photos there, just overlapping them a bit. I like everything to touch just a bit and nestle the title in between little spaces of the photos, because I feel like that helps bring cohesion to the page to kind of like overlap things and make things touch. and we're gonna call it a layout here really soon. I'm over on the blog today, so I'll link that down below as well, but make sure to check out all these products. There will be a link deli in the blog post, so if you are interested in any of these products, you can find them there. I thank you guys so much for watching. You can, if you like this video, you can go over to my channel. I'm just Natalie Dill on YouTube, and find more videos like this, because I love using wow embossing powders. I use them in probably almost all of the things that I create. So I have lots of ideas for you if you need to be inspired. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye y'all.